first tip I would say is finish the campaign, because you have three benefits. Finishing the campaign means you open the whole map, making your life easier. Secondly, your character, your descendant will be leveled up, so missions will take less time. You'll be able to take out the early missions very, very quickly. And three, of course, you'll know whether you are invested enough in the game to keep playing. Because if you start trying to research the descendant early on, you may get fed up with the grind and leave, because you don't know everything about the game. Your character isn't leveled up, you may lose interest. So that is my first tip. Play the game. You don't need to get too many descendants. You'll get a couple at the start. So if you start the game, you get an option to choose between Viesa, Lepig, Ajax. Pick any, they're fine. You'll also get Bunny a few missions in very quickly. These two are enough. You can see I have leveled them up to 40, enough to finish the campaign. These two are quite easy to get as well. I got them within the game, so you can get these two as well. I haven't played them yet. But besides this, you may need a little bit of work to get the others. So in order to get your researching done easily, I wanted to give you a few more tips here. So first up, there are basically two types of descendants. Some are easier and some need more stuff. So if we go into the map and go into access information, you'll get all the information, all the materials you need. Click on Descendant, and because I've done these two, I'll show you what I mean by easier to get and harder. So to get Frena, you need 4 items. This is called Enhanced Cells, Stabilizer, Catalyst, Code. 4 items. Once you get all 4, you start the research. 16 hours later, you get the Descendant. Now, where do you get these? If you just hover your mouse, you'll get the information here. It says F acquisition info. Press F. This is what you need. This is where you get. So this means map, Vespers, the location, normal, the difficulty, and shelter is the actual mission. So if you click on it, it'll give you the location. You go do this mission, you'll get it. It gives you more information like how long it will take, the monster level, the items that you are going to get, and if you press Alt and scroll down, it'll say Frena Enhanced Cells acquisition charge 20%. So you may need to do this multiple times. You may not get it on your first attempts, but if you do it 2-3 times, you should be able to get it, unless you are very unlucky. So this is the much more straightforward researching for Descendants. So quite a few of them are like this. Frena is like this. Sharon is like this. I think Blair is also like this. So you can see I have 2 materials. I haven't even tried to research or grind for this guy. I already have 2 items. So I can go and do these 2 a few times, and hopefully I can get the material. So White Knight Gulch, normal, Mystery's End, 20 minutes or less. If I do this a few times, hopefully I'll get again 20% chance to save. These are the easier ones to get, so you can work on these first. Now, for the harder ones, let's pick Gley, because I'm currently researching. I have 2 materials already. I'm researching these 2 right now. I have already done all the things. I'm just waiting for the research to finish. Then once I have this, I'll research. So the difference, as you can see, is unlike the others where you just have 4 items, you go do missions, get the items. There are also other items within these, so sub items, let's say. Now these are divided into the standard ones and the rare ones. Standard ones, you find them lying around on the map. You don't even need to fight anyone. These are in the resource boxes or the munition boxes. And once again, F will give you where they are. So basically they are in Kingston, resource box, munition box. Just go and look in these boxes, you'll get them. Nothing complicated. It'll probably take you a minute or 2. And each box will give you like 100 of these or something. You need 246, 2-3 boxes. You're done. Very easy. These purple ones are a pain in the neck. At this point, you can decide whether you want to grind or just pay for them. If you understand things, it'll still be grindy, but at least you know what you're doing. So I'll give you one example. This one here, Gley Stabilizer Blueprint. This one is also quite annoying. But this one, because I found some ineffective and inefficient information from the YouTubers that I watched, I wanted to explain how this works. So Gley Stabilizer Blueprint. I'll in fact go back and go into this thing, Amorphous Materials. So these blueprints and stuff where you have the name of the descendant. So for example, these three: Gley stabilizer blueprint, Gley enhanced blueprint, Gley spiral catalyst, or say this guy here, Jaber enhanced cell stabilizer. The ones with the name of the guy, you get them from something called Amorphous Materials. Okay? And there are multiple materials which will have those things. Okay, so let's say we search Gley stabilizer. Okay, shouldn't be this. So the Gley stabilizer is available in pattern 13, pattern 47, pattern 76, 83, and so on. So you get these patterns from certain missions, and then you have to go and take this to a reactor, which is another mission. It is either a mission on the map, usually in the same area, or it's one of the void bosses, the intercept bosses, and you have to see which one has which. Okay, so the issue I was facing was a lot of YouTubers were saying, okay, we're mentioning this mission. I'll show you the mission as well just now. And I want to show you this because of the inefficiency. So a lot of people were farming this one, Amorphous Material 13, because you can see here on the second item, it says Gley stabilizer blueprint, and it says 6%. So 6% chance of dropping from the reactor. So once you get the material getting is not difficult. You can get the material very easily. But going to the reactor and opening it, you only have a 6% chance. And I saw people doing this for like a day or 10 hours, 20 hours and not getting it. Instead of going to this one here, which is material pattern 47, you have a 38% chance of getting it. I got it on my second attempt here. So this is the inefficient thing that YouTubers are mentioning online. So once again, if we go back to the Descendant, go to Gley stabilizer blueprint, you see the different places. So void fusion reactor, this is the 13% one, and this is another one, and this is the 47 one. So this is not the mission where you go to get the material. This is the mission where you go to get the reactor. Where you, if you have the material, you go here to get the reactor to open it, and this is where you get the material. So this is the material 47. You go to this mission, and I'll show you why it can be confusing because the names are similar. So this is Frozen Valley Vulgus Strategic Outpost. So you go here, you get pattern 47 here. There's a 20% drop rate. These are very short missions. You have like a minute, minute and a half to kill the boss there, and they will drop the material. You have to wait 5 minutes in between. So you can farm these quite easily. Once you have a couple of them or even one of them, you have to go here, which is again reactor, void fusion reactor. You have to defeat the boss here. There's only one boss enemy that drops. You kill them, it'll drop that globe thing, and you'll get it. You'll get the reactor, and you open the thing here. Most of the materials, you go to the void intercept battles and take out the big colossus, and then you get this. But some of them, you have to do these missions. Now you can see it says here polymer void shard 12 required, organic void shard 3 required. You do that here. You go here 5 minutes or less. It says destructible only by skill, chill. So take VSA. And once you do that, it'll drop 4 polymer void shards and 1 organic void shard. So do this 3 times. You'll have enough. You come here. You do this maybe a few times. I got it on my second attempt. And once you do that, you'll get that. So first step, go here, get 47, pattern 47, go here, defeat the boss, open the reactor. If you're lucky, you might get it in your first or second attempt. If you need more polymer shards, you do this, and you'll get the spiral catalyst. This was not as hard as I thought, but because there was a lot of misinformation, it took a little longer. This is actually the hardest one to get because you have these vaults that are protected, and you need those code breakers, and you have very little time to do the mini game. So it's just the lack of materials that is causing it. This one again, not that difficult, not that difficult either. These 3 are the only ones difficult because of the misunderstanding, I suppose. So if this part is clear, you should be good to go. You can grind anyone. At least you know what you're grinding. It might take a little time. If you have any more questions, let me know. I hope I have explained this part, because if you get this part, then it solves a lot of your problems. So this thing here, again, this is not where you get the material. This is where you open the material. This is where you get this material. Because the names are similar, so Frozen Valley, Vulgus, and it says Frozen Valley, Void Fusion Reactor. Reactor is where you open, material is where you go and get the thing, and each Descendant has different, same thing in different materials. So Gley stabilizer is in all of these. So let's see the drop rate. 6% for opening this, 38. This is 6% for ultimate Gley. Okay. 32%, 6%, 6%, and 32%. So ultimates will always have 6%. So they don't want to give you the ultimate Descendant easily. But the normal ones, you have a 38%. So 2 or 3 attempts, you should be able to get it. Probably 30 minutes if you know what you're doing and do it quickly. So I don't want to make this video any longer. If you have questions, let me know. I'll hopefully try and answer them. I've tried to make this video multiple times, but I don't know if I got it right.